All right, we have some huge news that will affect Harry Potter. It's not directly Harry Potter news, but it is something that may affect Harry Potter in the long run, and that's Netflix may be purchasing Warner Brothers. I know a lot of the internet has been saying, "Oh yeah, Netflix is purchasing Warner Brothers," but we'll get more into that. There's some other news that we should talk about real quick, and then we'll get into the major Netflix buying Warner Brothers of it all. So let's just jump into the news, and there are timestamps in the description if you want to jump ahead to the Netflix. First off, last video that we did for Harry Potter news update, we talked about how Daniel Radcliffe said that he had sent a letter to Dominic McLaughlin, who is playing Harry Potter in the new Harry Potter series. Well, we have an update to that. Dominic McLaughlin read the letter and was overjoyed with it. He said in an interview that he was riding on the train and his father reached over and handed him this letter. He had no idea who this letter was from. He opened it, he read it, and he saw at the bottom, "From Dan R." He was so excited, but he had to keep his composure because he was on the train, and that's not proper British. No. But he was very excited about the fact that he got a letter from Daniel Radcliffe, and I think that's great that the older characters are now just passing off the baton, because Rupert Grint just recently also came out saying, yeah, I wrote a letter to Alistair Stout as well, just, kind of wishing him well, but I know I am never going to be out of Ron Weasley's shadow. So it's really nice. I hope Emma Watson also did the same thing, but I think she kind of stays out of the limelight a little bit. So we may not know, we may find out, who knows. Also, the last news video, we talked about the fact that there was a rumor we may be getting an expansion to the Universal Studios Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic and Epic Universe, and it has been confirmed. So the reason this has basically been confirmed is they had to update the permits with connection points, because, of course, it's either going to connect to a new portal, which they will have to build, so they would have to file part of that for the permit, or it would connect to a land that is touching it. So, of course, with the connecting point, they put in the code that is representative to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic section. So it has been confirmed through the paperwork that, yes, this is a Ministry of Magic expansion. We may be getting the French Ministry. A lot of people are really hoping for like a Quidditch roller coaster of some sort, but we'll have to wait and see until that information is fully revealed. But hey, if you like Universal theme park news, let me know. I'll do a little bit more, because there is so much coming in Universal Orlando, and I've got an annual pass now. So getting more content from that. And finally, before we get to the big news, Coffee Mate found that their peppermint toad and cauldron cake toffee creamers did so well that they came out with a new flavor, butterbeer. And if you're just sitting at home thinking, man, I wish I could have a butterbeer, well, now you can with the butterbeer creamer from Coffee Mate. This is not an ad at all. I've got a nice coffee that I made with the butterbeer creamer, and it tastes like I put coffee in my frozen butterbeer at Universal Studios, and it's delicious. So that's it for the little news. Let's get into the big news. So we're not going to get into the mumbo jumbo of what is going on with Warner Brothers. Basically, the quick and easy thing is Warner Brothers had to split Warner Discovery. And so they put all of their streaming stuff on one side with Warner Brothers, and then their TV stuff on the other side. And then they're like, hey, if anybody wants to buy this, we kind of can't have it anymore, and we don't really want to be two separate companies. Netflix put in a cash bid, and Warner Brothers Discovery says, yeah, as soon as we get our stuff together and are able to split the company, I think you might be the one that we're going to sell to. It is not a guarantee that Netflix is buying Warner Brothers. And I know a lot of people are like, Netflix bought Warner Brothers. This is what it means. Netflix hasn't officially been able to buy. They put in a bid, and now there's a lot of paperwork and a lot of approval from a lot of things. This may be stopped because Hollywood kind of has a problem with it, which I get because Netflix is very much not for the idea of putting things in theaters. The president has already come out saying, hey, if we buy Warner Brothers, we will still put Warner Brothers movies in theaters for a shorter time, and then it'll come to streaming, which means it's going to kill movie theaters. But how does this affect Harry Potter, you're saying? You're telling me all this. I don't care. I just want to know what's going to happen to my Harry Potter. Is Netflix going to Netflix and cancel it after season 2? Well, if they buy it, maybe. Netflix is very much in the pure content. But I think the thing that's different between Warner Brothers and Netflix is right now, Warner Brothers is putting in all the money for Harry Potter. They're building sets. Like, they are setting up a system that will basically, all they got to do is write the scripts and film the movies for the 7 books. Most likely Netflix will film those. We may get spin-offs that will get canceled after like 2 seasons, but I think the main Harry Potter TV series will be safe. I think for the fans of just content, Netflix buying Warner Brothers is good. I think for people who understand the media industry as a whole, Netflix buying Warner Brothers is very bad. And that's where you see it on the internet, people going, this is great. Netflix is buying Warner Brothers, which means we may get more Harry Potter spinoffs. Yes, we will. Because Netflix wants to just generate as much content as possible. But it also means movie theaters and the theater aspect, the multi-billion-dollar budget for movies may be going away, at least for Warner Brothers. Which means the DC universe may be good, may not be good. We'll have to see. Like I said, this is all up in the air. This is still not a solid, like, hey, Netflix is 100% going to own Warner Brothers on this date. Right now, it's still in, like, hey, we're in talks. Like, we're exclusively dating. Like, before, we were just kind of feeling it out, seeing who we want to like exclusively date. Now we're exclusively dating. We're not married yet, so don't worry. Harry Potter may be safe. We may get more content. We may get our Marauders show. We may get our Tom Riddle show. We may get our Founders show a lot quicker because Netflix wants content. Will they be to the quality that we want? It's Netflix. Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see. Because Netflix is very much the second screen experience when it comes to content, where Warner Brothers and HBO are, hey, don't pay attention to that. Just watch us. Just watch us. Because if you look away, you're going to have to rewatch the whole episode because you missed something. So that's it. That's the news. Netflix is in talks to buy Warner Brothers. Coffee Mate has butterbeer creamer. Love it. I still haven't gotten the cold foam. I've tried the regular and I've tried the zero sugar. They taste the same. I would recommend zero sugar in hot coffee and the regular in the cold coffee because, at least for me, I can taste the sugar alcohol, whatever they use to make it sugar-free but still sweet. I can taste that in the cold coffee. I can't taste it in the hot coffee. But that's just me. So that's it. Make sure to like, subscribe. I do have memberships and I do post regular videos early. So if you're a member, you'll be able to see those early. If not, you'll see them when they come out for everybody else. All right. That's it for today. Stay marvelous and Knox.